Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. Some few days ago when the protest was very strong, I'm talking about the NHRC protest, there was a meeting between the Inspector General of Police and the National Human Rights Commission and some other stakeholders, mostly from NGOs, and the communique of that meeting. One of the content of the communique of that meeting was that the National Human Rights Commission will set up a probe committee, that will look into the issue of violation of human rights by the defunct SARS unit members. And the news we have here for you is that it has been done. Now, the reason of setting up that particular committee is to look into some of the things that had happened which had triggered the anger of Nigerians, which means that very soon we are going to start listening to some of the testimonies of those who had suffered one form of police brutality or the other. According to the news, the National Human Rights Commission has constituted an 11-man panel to investigate allegation of right violation by police personnel. A statement by NHRC spokesperson Fatima Mohammed gave the name of the chairman of the panel as Justice Suleiman Galadima, a retired justice of the Supreme Court. Other members include the former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Lamoude, a now Deputy Inspector General of Police, Abdulraham Yakubu, Yemi Ademolakun, Choma Chuka, Professor Ayo Esenua, Tijani Muhammad, Dr. Uju Agomo, Dr. Gaba Tetenji, Feyikemi Abudu, John Aikpopo Martins, and Hilary Ogbonna as secretary. Part of the statement read, in line with the National Human Rights Commission mandate and in response to the nationwide agitation by some Nigerian youth groups under the auspices of EndSars, the NHRC has constituted an 11-man independent investigative panel to look into allegation of human rights violation against the defunct SARS and other units of the force. The committee, headed by a retired justice of the Supreme Court, Justice Suleiman Galadima, will hear petitions, complaints, and memoranda from Nigerians across the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT, and thereafter make recommendations to the federal government on how best to reform SARS and other units of the police force. The Executive Secretary of NHRC, Tony Ojukwu Esquire, who made this known in Abuja Friday evening, noted that the term of reference of the panel include investigate all complaints of human rights violation against SARS and other units of the police force, make appropriate recommendation as pay the damage and the compensation to be paid to the victim of police brutality. Besides, the panel is given the power to refer any matter in the course of the assignment to the Attorney General of the Federation or that of a state for prosecution in accordance with the law. The panel is empowered as well to make recommendations to government on matters on measures to be taken in respect of operatives of defunct SARS or officers of the Nigerian police force, if any, found in violation of human rights of citizens, and propose remedial steps that may enhance the professional conduct of defunct SARS operative, any succeeding unit and other members of the Nigerian police force, and any other recommendations that may be considered appropriate. Ojukwu also disclosed that all petition, complaints, and memoranda must reach the Commission, which is the Secretariat of the panel, on or before the 31st of October 2020. That's the news. But one of the things that I have noted here is they have not clearly spelled out some of the things that Nigerians have demanded. According to the news, according to the info here, in event of violation of human rights being very apparent by the SARS member, they said they are going to refer it to the Attorney General of the Federation. But at this point, I was thinking this was going to be like an investigative panel, or possibly a tribunal that will have the power of sanctioning anyone who had violated the human right of Nigerians. But according to them, that has not been fully stipulated. Nigerians are yet to really react about this particular group, because for me, I feel that this is an opportunity for all those who, for one reason or the other, had been victim of the victimization and brutality of police to prepare their own petition and send it forward to the constituted investigative panel. The truth of the matter is we have to do everything within the stipulated time, yes, and that will require some level of concentration. Whoever that have to bring up, you must put up your case with enough evidence. So by the time you appear before the panel or present or forward the petition to the panel, when you are invited, you can spend time, make reference to some names and all of that, because I feel that this panel have a timeline that they are going to sit. It's not going to be forever. So every available, anyone who had suffered victimization in any way, be it families who had in the pursuit of this NHRC, they have lost the lives of any member of their family, or those who had lost the lives of their family as a result of the brutality of police force, an opportunity had been created for them to step forward with their petition and tell Nigerians what they have suffered. And I think that it will be a good one in the right direction, because what Nigerians want to see is some of this debt, if it is traceable to SARS, they must be not just compensated, because it's not just the money issue. Money cannot buy life. Few days ago, we heard about your state governor, Makinde, going to give 1 million naira to the family of the young man who was killed during the Ĵòndgmëment issue and all of that. But I think Nigerians came up and they were angry. 1 million naira is nothing, because you have to think about the family and think about a lot of things. Though some persons say it's not true that he didn't give 1 million. So what I'm trying to establish here is that compensation that they are talking about is not what Nigerians are earnestly desiring to receive. That I'm talking about the families involved, but for the rule of law to have its course. We want a situation whereby at the end of the day we can beat our hands in the chest and say, yes, we have been able to bring those who are guilty to book, and they have been dealt with decisively. It shouldn't be a case of after starting up the case, we'll keep seeing issues, postponing cases over and over again. It should be trashed. The relevant authorities or relevant persons, I feel that they are capable hands, because, for example, the person who is championing the whole thing is a former justice. Nigeria, and I feel also that it shouldn't be something done behind closed doors. It should be something that all Nigerians will be available. They will watch how the proceeding is going and listen to everything, so that at the end of the day, we can be satisfied, with whatever they decide to come up with. So for me, I feel that for some of us who are in the know of anyone who had suffered some form of, brutality or victimization by the police, you have lost one or two things from them. Possibly if you can get the faces of those people, because I believe that a lot of them will have to appear. And so it's good enough to come out with tangible evidence and show to Nigerians that these are the people, these are the things that they did against me. Now, the only thing that I am yet to, I cannot really tell if it will be brought in, is the case of those who have retired, because there's a particular man in Anambra State. His pictures are just everywhere. I don't know. His pictures are everywhere, and they are demanding a lot of people are demanding to get to him. And he's retired now. He had been though he had been sacked by the governor of Anambra State, Obiano, but he was the overall security chief for the governor. So right now, I feel that if cases concerning such people come up, what would the government do? Would they get him or send for his arrest or something? Because all of that must be considered. So there's a long list of what that man has done. And I tell you the whole truth. If there is anyone that Nigerians are earnestly desiring should be dealt with, first in the list should be, the man. We all know his name. If you go, his face is everywhere. I tell you the truth. His face is everywhere. So that's where I like